Good morning, everyone. Our Universalist heritage proposed that each person is made of divine goodness. Science offers that we are stardust. Whatever your beliefs, know that you are a gift inherently worthy of love. You are a gift, and we're so glad that you are here today. Love is the spirit of all souls. In this moment of our shared journey, may you feel witnessed and honored wherever you are on that journey. Let us now greet our neighbors, especially new or returning people, with our names and pronouns.
Good morning. Welcome to all who are with us this morning and those who are catching us later. I'm Mickey Hughes. My pronouns are she, her. Together with Emily Salinas, we're your worship associates today. And we are joined by Nancy Olson, Director of Congregational Life and Faith Formation, and Liz Elsmore, Collaborative Pianist. We're the worship team on your chancel today. People of all ages are joyfully welcomed in the service, but nursery care is available if that option works best for you. I invite everyone to please complete a connection card. This card is a great way to let us know if you'd like some support, need assistance, have new contact information, have an interest, comment, or question. Please place them in the offering basket. So we have a couple of quick announcements. Reverend Katie will be speaking at the Justice Center parking lot D at 11 a.m. on Tuesday in defense of our immigrant neighbors as a part of a strategic action plan by the Black Church Coalition. We're asking for a minimum of 10 All Souls people to attend. The actual action is at noon. Can you come and bring a friend? And then I'm told that Teddy Rahill would like to come up and make an announcement.
Morning. I'm in another show. Surprise, surprise. It's at Miami University, which is like a 2-hour drive. It's a Midsummer Night's Dream which is Shakespeare. For those who don't know, basically, they're like 4 lovers, and they're chasing each other through the woods, and there's magic and fairies and love potions, and people fall in love with the wrong people. And it's really funny, and I'm playing one of the 4 lovers, so really fun. So yeah, my mom's gonna put information in the know at some point for tickets if people are interested in coming seeing it. It's the first weekend in May. Thanks, Mom. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's really funny. If you want to come see it, because yeah. Thank you.
As we begin our time together, we acknowledge the land itself and those who have sustained it through the generations. We are on the unceded land of the Lenape, Myaamia, Kaskaskia, Shawnee, and Kickapoo people who were pushed from their land and whose children have been stolen for generations. As we strive to be a community of justice, may we continue to find ways to make reparations.
This poem is called Wild Geese by Wendell Berry. The wild geese. Horseback on Sunday morning. Harvest over, we taste persimmon and wild grape. Sharp sweet of summer's end. In time's maze over fall fields, we name the names that went west from here. Names that rest on graves. We open a persimmon seed to find the tree that stands in its promise, pale in the seed's marrow. Geese appear high over us, pass and the sky closes. Abandon, as in love or sleep, holds them to their way, clear. In the ancient faith, what we need is here. And we pray not for new earth or heaven, but to be quiet in heart and in eye clear. What we need is here.
Good morning. Our chalice lighter this morning is Emily. Okay, in all fairness, Emily said, "Would you like me to light the chalice today?" And I said, "Well, let me see. Who else?" Not that she wouldn't be great at lighting the chalice, but just she's already up here. And then I forgot. Until I was sitting there looking. But this ritual of lighting our chalice, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors who have been saying this chalice lighting every Sunday for over 100 years. And this ritual reminds us to continually renew our promise to live into our covenant, to put love into action, and to live out this community of love and justice that we surely hope to be. So if you would please rise in body or spirit as we share the words that are printed in your order of celebration. We will be saying them in Spanish and English. If you're with us online, we love to hear where you are lighting your chalice from. And let's say these words together in Spanish first. El amor es el espíritu de esta iglesia, y el servicio es su ley. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad en el amor, y ayudarnos unos a otros. Este es nuestro pacto. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. This is our covenant. Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, for story time today, Lillian is helping me, and her mom, and maybe Emmett. It's good to have a helper. Lillian, can you sit up one more? Yeah. Okay, here's our basket. So there is this beautiful, beautiful children's book, which just beautiful, beautiful children's book. Leave it at that. It's called Breathe and Be, and it's a book of mindfulness poems, and it is by Kate Coombs, and it's illustrated by Anna Amelia Leitonen. Mindfulness, we hear about that a lot, how to be calm, how to be mindful of where we are, what we're doing, how to appreciate where we are. That's another thing about mindfulness. And this book of poems was written in the Japanese style of taka. And taka is an earlier form of haiku, from what I have been told. And it's the poems, the lines are short, long, long. Yes, short, long, long. And so these poems that we're going to share with you today are from this book. They're these short taka poems that we thought might be nice to share. So, to begin, just find that comfortable spot. Well, you are in the pews, but as comfortable as possible. And just take a moment and notice your own breathing. How's that breathing going for you today? Just your own rhythm. Just pay attention to your rhythm. And perhaps notice how the seats and the floor are holding you here, are supporting you as you are here with us together. And then, just in this place of noticing your own breathing, Lillian's going to pick out a card from the basket, and I'm going to read it. Go ahead, Lillian. Pick one out of there. Okay, thank you. My feet touch the earth. My hands touch tall grasses. My face touches sky. I run through the morning. I am alive in this world. How about another one? I watch the stream. Each thought is a floating leaf. One leaf is worry, another leaf is sadness. The leaves drift softly away. Do you have thoughts that float away sometimes? Yeah, me too. But another one. Let's see if this makes sense, okay? Oh, I breathe slowly in. I breathe slowly out. My breath is a pathway of peace, moving softly through me. Each day I can breathe and be. How about one more? There's many in here, but. Okay, thank you. How I rush, rush, rush. Thoughts flutter and dart like birds. Slow down, thoughts. Come quietly with me. There is time to breathe and be. There is time to breathe and be. And when we get going too quickly, just take a moment. It only takes a moment to take a breath and bring you back to whatever it is you're doing, wherever you are. Thank you. Thank you, Lillian, and Laura, and Emmett. Let's go to our class.
And that was an excellent segue into our community We Sing song, Be Still and Breathe. It's not printed anywhere for you, but it has two phrases. Be still and breathe, be still and be will be the same throughout. And then the other phrase is listen to blank, and each time I will fill in the blanks for you to sing along. So we encourage you to sing along as much as you can. Be still and breathe. Be still and breathe. Listen to heartache, listen to grief. Listen to heartache, listen to grief. Be still and breathe. Listen to sorrow, listen to pain. Listen to sorrow, listen to pain. Be still and breathe. Listen to anger, listen to hurt. Listen to anger, listen to hurt. Be still and breathe. Listen to gladness, listen to joy. And be. Listen to gladness, listen to joy. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Listen to me, listen to you. Be still and breathe. Listen to beauty, listen to grace. And be. Listen to beauty, listen to grace. Be still and breathe. Listen to feelings, listen to brain. And be. Listen to feeling, listen to brain. Be still and breathe. Be still and be. Be still and breathe. Be still and breathe. Be still and breathe. Be still and be.
Please join me in taking a few moments to note that which is currently bringing joy or sorrow to our community. Let us hold a moment of silence together for the joys and sorrows in our hearts that are yet unnamed. Thank you. Please rise in body or spirit as we sing together number 323, Break Not the Circle.
Come on. Good morning. Good morning, beloveds. Thank you so much for inviting me to be with you today. I'm the great-granddaughter of Dominga, the granddaughter of Rosario, the daughter of Lily, the mother of Eric. My name is Maria Cristina Blasilis Burgoa, and it is my blessing to share these lessons from the Geese with you today. To say that we are living in uncertain and challenging times, of course, would be a huge understatement. I believe that we are all feeling the weight of the world on our shoulders, exacerbating already existing worries in our own health conditions and just a general feel of overwhelm. Yet as a community, we are moving forward. We are strengthening our collective spirit and sharing our resources as sustenance for the long haul. We have been responding with heartfelt sermons, worship experiences that are really necessary to lift our spirits on this, our shared journey. We continue to grow and to welcome visitors who are coming to our congregations for a little respite, to strengthen their own spirits, to find a sense of connection. We are showing up and living our UU values by offering space, meals, and listening with compassion, taking action, going out into the streets, as well as doing all the little things that matter. When connected together, all that we do, including self-care, matters and contributes to strengthening our spirits so that we are able to be lifted up and know that we are not alone. We are not traveling alone. So, we are embodying our values with compassion. We are showing up and prioritizing the care of the most vulnerable, our people who have been struggling, who have been spending energy, who have been targets of hatred for a long, long time. We are showing up. We are offering our hearts. We are offering our solidarity, especially to our immigrant and transgender siblings and communities right now. They need us. We need each other. This is how we embody the web of connectedness. We are all interconnected. We are all a chosen family. This faith of ours gives us the opportunity to show up as our true selves, as our authentic selves, to be there for the long haul, to offer as well as to receive. History has taught us that the answer to this hatred, to this violence, is resistance in the shape of community. Collective action, keeping that flame alive, taking turns doing so, resting so we don't burn out. In these few weeks of this nightmarish authoritarian regime, we have experienced strong emotions. We have been triggered. We have been re-traumatized. Let's just take a collective deep breath to hold that, to acknowledge that. We alone cannot, should not attempt to do all the things all the time. We need to reach out, to ask for help, and to give help. And we need to reach within, to examine those narratives that tell us that we're not doing enough, which spirals into more and more anxiety and overwhelm. as leaders, as congregants, as religious professionals, as family members, community members, we are trying to balance the demand of our everyday lives, caring for children, grandchildren, aging parents, and partners, balancing that with the well-being of our congregations and communities of faith. So, we are being invited to model resistance by caring for ourselves in community, by practicing loving ourselves and each other in order that we together may be strong enough for that long shared journey. These practices can be individual or collective. You may already be doing a number of these things to strengthen your spiritual practices that allow your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul to disconnect from that anxiety, to disconnect for just a moment, for just a breath from the fear that is very real. Maybe you're taking walks in nature or rolling in nature. Maybe you're rowing or water gazing. Maybe you're planning your victory garden, reaching out to friends, preparing a meal to share, and using your ancestors or your beloveds' wonderful recipes. Maybe you're singing or scheduling a nap, making art, just to name a few of those spiritual practices. And you may be doing all of that, a mixture of that or none of that, and you have your own creative way to bring yourself to a place where you can experience a little bit of respite and regain that energy. I'm reminded while I'm speaking of shared journeys and helping each other and taking a break of one of my sermons that I offered to a couple of my congregations called Lessons from the Geese. So this is my ofrenda, my offering to you today. What if the point is to give ourselves permission to rest, to reflect in order to heal? Might we need a new narrative of resistance and resiliency that is about the collective spirit, a cultural shift where rest and reflection are necessary for healing and for continued growth? A counter-narrative to self-sacrifice, burnout, and incessant movement, busy work that keeps us from taking stock, from looking back, from reaching out and reaching within, from resting. It is that simple. From resting when our body and our spirit says, enough, basta, let's take a break. Many years ago, while dropping off donations to a thrift store, when I was preparing for my next migration, I found a postcard with the lessons from the Geese. It's divided into two columns. On the left are the facts, and on the right, the lessons. I'd like to share that with you now. Fact: as each goose flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the birds that follow. By flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds 71% greater flying range than if each bird flew alone. The lesson: people who share a common direction and sense of community can get where we are going, maybe not quicker, but certainly with more joy and feeling connected because we are traveling on the energy of one another. Fact: when a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of flying alone. By moving back into formation, it can take advantage of the lifting power of the bird immediately in front of it. Lesson: if we have as much sense as a goose, we stay in formation with those headed where we all want to go together. We are willing to accept their help and leadership, to give us help as we help others. Fact: when the lead goose tires, it rotates back into the formation and another goose flies to the point formation. Lesson: it is necessary to take turns, to share our gifts, to share our skills as community leaders. We need one another. Fact: when a goose gets sick or wounded, 2 geese drop out of formation and follow it down to help it, to protect it, to heal it. They stay with that goose until it's able to fly again with you together. Then they launch out with a new formation as they try to catch up to the flock. Lesson: if we have as much compassion as the geese, we will support each other during difficult times as well as when we are strong. Fact: the geese honk to encourage those in front to keep up their speed. Lesson: honk, 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 beloveds. Let's make sure that our words and our actions encourage and uplift each other. There is much power in being each other's cheerleaders, especially when someone has been volunteering for many years or is new to a committee or just now stepping up into a leadership position for the first time. These lessons make me think about our shared ministry and the work of community, ministry teams, congregational life, how we focus on doing and many times rush through agenda items with the illusion that that's being effective. We focus on doing and doing and doing, many times rushing to decision making in designing new programs. We schedule more meetings, and we seldom intentionally slow down to look back, to take stock, to check in and see how we are doing, who is tired, who needs a breath and just a moment to renew energies. Shannon Harper, co-director of the UUA's Lifespan Faith Engagement Office, has developed a Liminal Action Plan, or LAP. She writes that in the midst of so much anxiety and uncertainty about the future, we want to create change, we want to see movement, and when progress is slow, we feel frustrated. A lap is something you do before the main event to warm up and to keep moving, because if you give it your all at once, you'll be too tired and burned out, right? This is a long marathon. During a lap, it's important to recover and mentally prepare ourselves for the job ahead. It's also a time to visualize what you want to create together and prepare ourselves by learning new skills, dusting off old ones, and practice, practice, practice. A good liminal action plan is temporary. It allows us to learn. Trauma and grief informed. Let us remember that we're still in the midst of a traumatic experience, and we interpret and deal with trauma in different ways. It is responsive. Ask, listen, let go of assumptions of what you think people need or want. Don't do work no one asked you to do just because you think you should. It is relational. Value people's relationships in how they show up, over protocol, over schedule, and historical systems. Playful. Play is an underestimated part of healing and part of the resistance. It's part of our recovery and part of our relationship building. Efficient. energy is intentionally measured out so that our efforts can go a long way. Shared. We work collaboratively. We ask for help. We offer help. Everyone can pitch in, and always remember to do this with gratitude. And last but certainly not least, forgiving. We will make mistakes. Count on that. We will not be perfect. We don't want to be. Let us be gentle with ourselves and each other so that we may adapt when needed, because we can always look forward to new creative ways of doing things, new possibilities. So, beloveds, as we journey together, may we be gentle with ourselves and each other. May we heed the lessons from the geese as we take turns, supporting those who are tired, including ourselves, being propelled forward by our shared energy, at times stopping and partnering with others, at times tending to those who are hurt, including ourselves, staying with them until they feel better, until they can renew energies and join us again on the journey. And beloveds, may we honk with joy as often as we can to encourage each other and to express our gratitude, our love for each other as we continue building this beloved community. Honk, 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 and amen, and blessed be.
This week, we are sharing our plate with Interfaith Power and Light. They align with our UU values by working with thousands of congregations to address climate change. To contribute, you can gift cash or a check into the collection plate, or if you're online, you can go to allsoulsindy.org, where you'll find a link that says Give to All Souls here on the left side. Please indicate if your gift is a pledge payment or if it is for Share the Plate if you are paying online or using a check. Thank you all for your generosity in supporting the mission of All Souls and for your continued love for one another and this world. Our morning offering may now be taken and gratefully received.
Our closing words today are a poem called Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through a desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.